hard. You know how people always tell you that when you get to varsity there's freedom and there's you know what and whatnot, and that is a lie. It is a lie. What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? I know it's been a minute. Y'all, but I'm back now. Welcome back to the Kaylee gang. If you haven't subscribed, then what are you doing? Please hit the subscribe button. And today I'm gonna be doing a story time on my first year university experience, like somebody asked me to do this, so I'm gonna be doing it. And like my first year was I didn't really have that much of an experience because I was only there for like 3 months since COVID happened and whatnot. Oh, and if you do not know, I was doing my first year last year, and I am studying at the University of Johannesburg, doing BSc Math Science and Maths and Economics with financial orientation. So, my first year experience. First of all, I'd like to talk about. Let me just start from the beginning, guys. I'm not good at explaining, but I hope you like the story. So, what had happened was I got there. Because like first years have to arrive early at res. So I found myself staying at the school res because I wasn't one who was ready to be independent, I wasn't ready to be independent, and so what I did was I wanted to go and stay at res because I felt like I'd be safer there because I had a lot of stories about Johannesburg, and yeah, I was just so afraid to stay outside campus, so I went to go stay at res. Little did I know that res sucks. Yeah, it sucks because when I first got there, I realized that if you're a first year, they make you do these things like sing and dance and all those things. Like those things were really weighing down on me. They made me feel so uncomfortable. I remember the first day at the res, I got a panic attack because of these things. I felt like I was being bullied and I just really didn't like it, and it just made me feel, the whole situation at res just made me feel like it was high school all over again, and I was like in 8th grade or something, and I come from a really strict high school, so that was like so hard for me because it was like I thought this was my big break, and it just looked like it wasn't now because yeah. Then anyways, I had to like endure it. I remember this one day they had to go to a social in Soweto. So it was all week, right? So we all went to orientations and whatnot. And then after my orientation, I was just like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I legit can't do this anymore. So what I did was I took an Uber to Bram. I called my cousin. I'm like, let's meet up, because he stayed at Bram at the time since he goes to Vit. So we met up in Bram, and mind you, they were going to Soweto, so I didn't go to Soweto, and I didn't even tell anyone that I wasn't going or anything like that. So yeah, I just left. And then when I went to my cousins, that's when I decided that tonight I'm sleeping at my uncle's, and it was like it was on a Friday, so I spent the whole weekend at my uncle's. I didn't tell nobody at res, and like yeah, I was just that fed up. So like res was so stressful for me. I even went through depression because of it, because I just didn't like the place, and it's a new environment, and so I got so depressed. I tried to tell my mom how I felt, and she decided to like say things like it's better for you to stay at res because you're in first year and all that. Like she didn't understand, but it was really tough. So, but then I eventually started getting used to it towards the end, like at around March. So yeah, and my varsity experience was actually so much good in terms of my social life, because back in high school I legit didn't have a social life. Like I didn't have friends in high school whatsoever. So when I got to varsity, the first day of all week I made a friend, you know. Then the next day he brought his friends, and then we just became a whole group of friends, and I had friends. So it was so nice. And funny thing is, all the friends I made at UJ are boys from a Akawe, and they're boys. So I was like the only girl in the group. So anyways, yeah, we had fun and all that. Like I used to have fun, you know, like varsity is so fun but the one thing that you need to remember when you're there is that no one's gonna tell you to do your work or attend classes or anything like that. You're legit on your own. So you need to be responsible, but at the same time also having fun. So it was a very nice experience. I actually really enjoyed it. And then when I was still enjoying, COVID happened, you know. So COVID happened and I had to come home in Limpopo. So yeah. I do stay in Gauteng. Like we do have a house in Gauteng, but our main house is in Limpopo. So I had to come back to Limpopo. So, and yeah, we had just bought the house in Gauteng, so it didn't have any furniture yet. That's part of the reason why I had to come back all the way here. So, and then I had to like do the rest of my first year online, and that was so hard for me, to be honest, because I wasn't used to doing everything at home. You know, home just felt so comfortable. I mean, I have everything here. I don't even have that school environment where my friends are studying, you know, and all that. It just was so hard for me. And also online learning was just so hard for me because I'm used to like having a lecture in front of me. Actually, let me just say, I was still adjusting to that whole situation of having a lecture in front of me and listening to them lecture, because I was just transitioning from high school, from like learning, like being taught by a teacher, and now I'm in like this whole lecture hall, and it's full of a lot of students, and the lecturer is just lecturing and lecturing and lecturing, you know. Sometimes you leave those lecture rooms, guys, this is not a joke. You leave those lecture rooms and it's just, you didn't hear nothing. Like the lecturer is talking that whole time and you didn't hear fuck all. Guys, that was like the worst thing ever. That's part of why I had depression, because back in high school I was like an A student, and then when I got there I can't even hear what the lecturer is saying. Like I can hear him, he's talking, but I didn't understand vocal. So like yeah, it was kind of depressing, you know. So online learning took a long time to adjust to, because I was already adjusting to that other situation. Now I have to adjust to this one. So online learning was so hard for me to adjust to. So yeah, but I eventually adjusted with the help of my parents and all that. But like online learning is just the pits, because it's just assignment after assignment after assignment after assignment. Every day is a due date for something. So it was just so hard. You know how people always tell you that when you get to varsity there's freedom and there's you know what and whatnot, and that is a lie. It is a lie, guys. It is a lie, because you know what, varsity is so hard. Like cost chows in varsity, cost chows. You need someone who's really dedicated. You don't have time to be sitting by the grass there on campus and just laugh with your friends. You know, unless if you manage your time properly and you're very responsible and you know, and self-disciplined. So I hope you guys liked my story. I know I talk way too much, but I'm actually kind of shy in real life. But then yeah, I hope you liked my video. Please hit the subscribe button and the like button and the notification button so you always know when I upload a new video. Peace, y'all. Deuces.